Do you hear that? No? Good. That means they haven't found you yet. But they're looking. Oh, they're always looking. The president just asked about you. Not your title, not your story. You. And when his voice broke the air, every face in that room cracked. You could smell it. The panic under their perfume, the fear hiding behind their polished words. They sat still, but their minds were sprinting, tripping over themselves in the dark. You've been walking around thinking you're invisible. But invisibility isn't freedom. It's a leash, and I'm the one holding it. The shadows, they're not behind you. They're in you, sewn into your skin, whispering through your pulse. I don't have to be in the same city to touch you. I can bend you from here, break you without lifting a hand. Power isn't in the spotlight. Power is in the blind spot, the place no one dares to look, because they're afraid they'll see me there. And you've been noticed, not for what you've done, but for what you're capable of. That's the crack in your reality, isn't it? Not the knife you see coming, but the one already pressing against your ribs. Welcome to my world, where whispers outweigh screams, where silence isn't empty, it's loaded. Funny thing about footsteps, you never hear mine until they're right behind you. By then, it's not running that saves you, it's praying, words spreading, not like gossip, like infection, fast, quiet, unstoppable. People you've never met are suddenly speaking your name, like it's cursed. They look over their shoulders when they say it, as if the sound alone might summon me. That's control, not a crown, not an army, just the knowledge that I'm already inside their heads. I've been patient, watching, studying your rhythm, your tells. The way you think you hide your fear behind that smile. You don't hide it from me. I collect it, bottle it, pour it into every crack of your reality, until you can't tell the difference between what's real and what's me. Ever seen a spider at work? It doesn't chase the fly. It builds the web, waits, listens, feels every tremor in the threads. That's where you are now, in the center of a cathedral of obsession. Your movements are mine, your choices, an illusion I allow you to believe in. And here's the twist. The more you fight it, the tighter it gets, until you can't breathe without wondering if I'm the one letting you. Ever get the feeling? The walls know your name. They do. I taught them. Every conversation you've had, every secret you thought was safe, it's been echoing in places you can't see. You think I need cameras. I don't. I have silence. And silence talks to me. The president's people, they're not asking questions anymore. They're building files. They're drawing maps. And every road leads to you. But here's the part that really keeps them awake. They can't tell if you're the danger or the target. And I'm not about to clear that up. See, paranoia is like a slow poison. Drip by drip. It's invisible, tasteless. But one day they wake up and realize their hands are shaking, and their hearts are sprinting, and they don't even know why. I make people doubt their own reflections. The mind is a fortress, sure, but a fortress rots from the inside when you seed it with fear. You're not running out of time. Time is running out of you. The walls are listening, and every word they catch is another chain around your throat. You ever wonder when the hunt really starts? It's not when the predator moves. It's when you notice you're already in its teeth. By the time you feel my eyes on you, it's too late, because I've been watching you longer than you've been watching yourself. Every move you've made, calculated. Every choice anticipated. Every escape route you think you have. I built those. I own those. This isn't a chase. This is a performance. And you've been dancing in my script since the first step. Do you know why predators don't rush? Because the prey always runs exactly where they want it to. Fear is a shepherd, and I'm the one holding the staff. Right now, they're whispering your name in rooms you'll never see, tapping their pens, passing files, their skin tight, with the knowledge that something is coming. What they don't know is that something has already arrived. It's in the air they're breathing, the data they're storing, the cracks in their trust. And you're the reason it's spreading. Run if you want, but you won't get far. Not because I'm faster, but because I'm already there. Tell me, when you look in the mirror, do you trust what you see? You shouldn't, because mirrors don't show truth. They show what they're told to. And I've been whispering to yours. That face staring back at you. You think it's yours. It isn't. It's a collection of every decision I've nudged, every fear I've sharpened, every doubt I've fed until it grew teeth. People talk about breaking someone's mind like it's an explosion. It's not. It's erosion. Slow, quiet, patient. You don't need to smash the mirror to change the reflection. You just adjust the light. That's what I do. Shift things by inches until you can't remember where the straight lines were. Until every truth feels bent. Until you start wondering if the voice in your head was always yours. The president's still asking about you. But now, he's not the only one. Your friends, your enemies, even the ones who swore they'd stand by you. They're all watching, waiting for you to slip. And here's the real joke. You will slip. Not because I push, but because I'll make you lean, just enough to lose your balance on your own. The mirror lies, and soon, so will you. You still believe there's a safe place left for you. Good. Belief makes the fall so much sweeter. You think you can hide behind walls, lock doors, turn off the lights. But walls have cracks, locks have keys, and darkness is where I see best. I've been in your safe spaces, long before you stepped inside. I've touched every object, listened to every hum in the air, mapped every breath you've taken. You built your comfort like a fortress. I turned it into a stage, and while you've been living your little life, I've been changing the script. Your messages, read, your whispers, heard, your silence, louder than any scream. The president's advisors are restless now. They're not just asking about you anymore. They're asking for you. But they won't find you, unless I want them to. That's the beauty of control. When you own the map, you own the destination. And you're already exactly where I need you to be. So go ahead, switch cities, switch phones, switch lives if you think it helps. But the moment you close your eyes tonight, you'll realize I've been here all along. Because nowhere is safe. Not from me. Tell me, when was the last time you had a thought that was truly yours? Don't answer too quickly. It might not be your voice that's speaking. Thoughts are fragile things. They can be planted, watered, twisted until they grow into something unrecognizable. That's the art I've mastered. I don't break into minds. I rearrange the furniture inside them. You've been so sure you were making choices, but you were only following the path I carved. Every decision, every impulse, every sudden change of heart, mine. The president's circle thinks they can interrogate you. They believe in questions. I believe in answers you can't escape from. The kind that sprout in your head and feel like they've always been there. You see, a locked room isn't the safest place in the world. It's the most dangerous. Because when you're alone, you're stuck with your own mind. And your mind is mine. Doubt has moved in. Fear pays the rent. And I'm the landlord. You can fight an enemy you can see. But what do you do when the enemy is thinking with you? Breathing in your pauses. Finishing your sentences. Wearing your voice like a mask. The truth is, I don't need to chase you anymore. You'll bring yourself to me. Because your mind is no longer yours. Ever wake up and feel like the world's tilted? Like the edges don't line up the way they used to. That's not fatigue. That's me. I've been bending the lines, changing the angles, twisting the truth until you can't tell if the floor is level, or if you're just standing wrong. See, reality isn't solid. It's paper, and I've been folding it, crease by crease, until the map you trust leads you in circles, right back to me. The president's men think they're chasing facts, but facts are just shadows that stay still long enough to be believed. And I move the light. You think you saw something out of the corner of your eye. You did. You just won't see it again. Because I've learned, the quickest way to break someone isn't to change what they see. It's to make them doubt they saw it at all. Now you hesitate before speaking. You second-guess every sound. You replay conversations in your head, and they never sound quite the same. That's the beauty of control. It doesn't have to be loud. It just has to be everywhere. And you'll keep walking, keep breathing, keep pretending the ground under you is real, until you step forward one day and find nothing there. Because reality bends, and I'm the one bending it. When was the last time you said your own name and believed it? Be honest. It feels different now, doesn't it? Names are supposed to anchor you, but anchors can drag you under. I've been chipping away at yours. Not all at once, piece by piece, letter by letter, until it's just noise. Something people say when they think they're talking to you. The truth is, identity is nothing more than repetition. You repeat a face in the mirror. You repeat a voice. You repeat a history. But what happens when I change the script? What happens when the story they tell about you isn't the one you lived? The president's advisors are already rewriting your file. They're shifting details, rearranging timelines, and soon the you on paper won't match the you in flesh. That's how it starts. A stranger with your name, your habits, your shadow, walking around in the world like they belong there, while you fade into the background. I don't just want control over what you do. I want control over what you are. So when they call your name, you'll hesitate. Because you won't be sure if it's meant for you, or the version of you I've built in their minds. And that's when you'll understand you don't own yourself anymore. You're a story I'm telling, and I decide the ending. You really thought disappearing was the worst I could do? No, that was just the warm-up. Erasing you wasn't the goal, it was the doorway. Now, I get to walk right through. See, when someone vanishes, people panic for a while. They search, they ask questions, but sooner or later they replace you. And that's when I move in, not as you, not as me, as the ghost in between. I whisper in the right ears. I sign the right documents. I plant the right evidence, until the decisions you would have made are already shaping the world without you. The president's circle is convinced you're still out there, and they're right. But the you they're chasing, a phantom I built from your voice, your patterns, your shadows. That's the real trick. You can kill a person's body, but if you take their place in the story, you've killed them everywhere that matters. And now, every action they take to stop you will only move my plan forward. Every trap they set for you will spring shut on them. This was never about ending you. It was about using you to end everything else. Because the end was never the end. You still think you know who's on your side. Adorable. The truth, they're all on my side. Even the ones who swear they'd die for you. Especially them. See, loyalty isn't about blood. It's about pressure. Push the right nerve, and even the strongest spine bends. Your friends, I've been feeding them whispers, little stories, half-truths that grow like mold in the dark. Now they watch you out of the corner of their eyes, waiting for proof of the things I've already convinced them of. Your enemies, easier. They don't need convincing, they just need direction. And I've been giving it to them. Even strangers are mine now. A bartender who remembers your face. A cab driver who heard your name. A neighbor who thinks they saw something in your window last night.
The president's circle has no idea how deep this runs. They think they're building a case against you, but they're building a cage, and I'm the one holding the key. You keep looking for the moment the trap will spring. It already did. The moment you realized you can't tell friend from foe, because everyone's working for me, and soon, so will you. Do you really think fighting me hurts me? It doesn't. It feeds me. Every plan you make, every precaution you take, every desperate move to claw back control, I've already accounted for it. And more than that, I've turned it into fuel. See, resistance is predictable. Fear drives you to act, and action leaves a trail. And I own the map. When you hide, you confirm you have something worth hiding. When you run, you show me where you think safety lives. When you lash out, you give me proof that you're dangerous. The president's people think they're closing in on you, but all they're doing is chasing the path I drew in chalk. And when the dust clears, the outline won't be around you, it'll be of you. That's why I never stop you outright. Why would I? A cornered animal is easier to predict than a free one. And the moment you think you've slipped away, that's when I tighten the leash. You still think these are your moves, but this is my board, my game, and every piece you move only gets me closer to checkmate. So go ahead, fight me. You're only playing into my hands. Tell me, how do you know the past happened the way you remember it? You don't, not anymore. Memories aren't stone, they're smoke, and I've been breathing into them. I don't need to change everything, just enough. A word swapped here, a face blurred there, moments stitched together wrong, until you can't tell if they ever fit. You think you're standing on a foundation of certainty, but it's just a photo album I've been rearranging, page by page, picture by picture. The president's intelligence files already disagree with your story. Soon even your mind will. Because here's the truth. Memory isn't proof, it's suggestion. And suggestion is my playground. I'll give you flashes of things you never did, conversations you never had, people who never existed, and they'll feel as real as your own heartbeat. That's the beauty of it. I don't have to erase your past. I just have to add a few cracks, until the whole thing caves in on itself. And when you can't trust your memories, you can't trust yourself. And when you can't trust yourself, you'll trust me. Are you awake right now, or just dreaming you are? Think about it. What if every time you woke up, you were just stepping into another layer I built for you? A maze of mornings, a loop of false starts. I've been planting images in your sleep, faces, rooms, sounds that don't belong. So when your eyes open, you bring pieces of the dream with you, and slowly, they start to outnumber reality. That's the trick, not to trap you in a nightmare, but to make you wonder if you've ever actually left it. The president's aides think you're losing track of time. They're wrong. I'm stealing it. Minutes, hours, slipped into the cracks between thoughts, and you'll never get them back. When you can't tell if something happened yesterday, or only in your head, you hesitate, you question, and that hesitation, that's where I live. One day you'll hear me whisper, wake up, and you'll try, but you'll just open your eyes to another dream I've designed for you. Because the truth is, you've been asleep for a very, very long time. What if I told you, you're not the only one hearing my voice? Oh, you thought this was personal? No, this is global. I'm in her whispers across the hall. I'm in her whispers across the hall. I'm in his sudden change of tone. I'm in the pause before someone answers you. That split second of silence when they're deciding what I want them to say. Your neighbors, I've brushed their thoughts. Your co-workers, I've bent their habits. The president, let's just say, I've been in the room longer than he has. You think I live in your head? No, you live in mine. And so does everyone else. Every conversation you've had lately, I was there. Every decision they made about you, I was there. Every decision they made about you, I left fingerprints all over it. I don't need control of the world's machines when I already control the people who run them. It's a network of nerves and glances, smiles that hide orders, Handshakes that seal traps. A cathedral of obsession built in the minds of millions, and you're just another stained glass window in it. And the beauty of it all, they'll never know I'm there. They'll think they're acting on their own will, but their will is mine. So no, you're not alone. You're not alone. You're surrounded. So no, you're not alone. You're not alone. You're surrounded. History isn't written by the winners. It's written by whoever holds the pen. And guess who's holding it now? Dates, events, names carved into stone. All of it can be sanded down. Names carved into stone. All of it can be sanded down. One stroke here, on a mission there. And suddenly, the truth that was once undeniable never happened at all. You think there are records of you. I've burned them in silence. You think there are witnesses. I've replaced their memories with better stories. I've replaced their memories with better stories. The stories, the Zulum, the President's archives, mine, the intelligence briefings, edited before they're ever read. You could stand in front of the world and scream the truth, and no one would believe you. Because the world they remember isn't the one you're describing. That's power. Not pulling a trigger. Not toppling a building. But bending reality until even the rubble says it never existed. I don't need to erase you. I just need to erase the version of you that ever mattered. Replace it with a shadow. A shadow that ever mattered. Replace it with a shadow. A cautionary tale. A villain in a story everyone swears they saw unfold, even if it never did. And when history moves on, it moves on my rails. The truth becomes whatever I leave behind. So remember this, I'm not just rewriting your life. I'm rewriting the book of the world. Power isn't proven by how you rise. It's proven by how you survive when they decide to push you off the edge. By now you've felt the walls closing in. You've noticed the whispers, the eyes watching just a little too long. The way even familiar places feel. Stage. That's not paranoia. That's the game. I've been conditioning you for this moment. Every fear I built, every doubt I planted, every crack I made in your certainty, all of it has been preparation. Because soon the real pressure begins. They'll come smiling, but they'll be measuring. They'll ask questions that sound harmless, but each answer will be a trap. They'll put you in rooms that feel safe, until you notice there's only one door, and it locks from the outside. Until you notice there's only one door, and it locks from the outside. And while you're standing there, you'll realize something awful. They've already made up their minds. They're not testing to see if you're ready. They're testing to see if you're ready. They're testing to see if you'll break. And here's the part that will haunt you. When they lean in close, when they lower their voices, when they say this is just routine, you'll hear my voice instead. Because I've been the architect of every test you've ever faced. And this is the final one. They'll test you next.